Anthony.
Hey, Tammy.
Hey, so I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the proposal that you have going on with involving the Department of Education with the everything with the Department of Agriculture and Department of Corrections and Port Authority. And could you tell us how that all fits in with STEM?
Absolutely. So the whole hemp, agriculture, the farming, the processing, as well as the distribution value chain is a very important value chain, especially at this time in the economy of the state of New York. We have really a very special opportunity to really cultivate this crop in a scientific manner with the help of the Department of Education, who will be able to give us some valuable input on what are the kinds of parameters that would go into the seeds, what are the kinds of parameters that would go into the soil conditions, the temperatures and so on, so that we could really get the best quality crop and the farmers would be able to really both harvest it, but sow the seeds and then afterwards to take it to the warehouses for further processing. The Department of Education is pivotal in really giving some significant input to the processing plants in both innovating on the machineries and also improvising on the existing value chain.
Oh, that's outstanding. And what about the second chance applicants? How will the Department of Education be instrumental in helping the second chance applicants to have an opportunity toward success themselves?
Yeah, so the second chance applicants are going to have some significant input in the labor component of this. The manufacturing facilities, what we are planning, what we are proposing, is be situated close to or within some of these correction facilities. So the labor component is very much cheap and easily available, but at the same time we're doing some skills retooling for some of these second chance applicants so that they could go ahead and get an employment as soon as they really get back into the market. Absolutely, yep.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely wonderful, and I think that they could also have an opportunity to become business owners themselves with the right Department of Education initiatives in place that they'll have some structure when they come out of the correctional facilities, so that they will have the opportunity to do business themselves.
Absolutely. So we're partnering with a few organizations to help them in this entrepreneurship journey. So that's going to be an education in itself. However, with these skills that are in place, they definitely have the confidence as well as the commitment and the drive in order to really be wonderful entrepreneurs.
Wow, this sounds great. It's going to be a wonderful opportunity. Do you see any more roadblocks ahead?
Well, with any change, you will have its own challenges. However, we're pretty confident there is a lot of optimism at the moment at multiple levels. And the good news is that we're well positioned across the agencies. And what we really try to what we're trying to bring forward is this agility in the implementation. Get all the agencies try to work in tandem, work together with each other, along with the politicians, so that we can really uplift the state of New York on this industry.
Oh, that's outstanding. I mean, it is just such a pleasure. You're such a visionary, and it has been such a pleasure to see your involvement in this project and to see you bring it forward and to put it all together the way that you have. It's phenomenal. Thank you so much.
Awesome. This is just the beginning, Tammy. Thank you so much too, for your active partnership. And we have a lot of other team members who are coming on board now.
Yes.
And you'll hear and see a lot, from them very soon.
Wonderful.
But this is a journey. It's a journey where we're all in this together, and we're all here working collaboratively to really help the next generation and the further generations in the years and the millennia to come.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
So, hi, Anthony. I'd like to ask you a few questions about the direction of the hemp processing plant proposal that we have going on. First question I would have for you is, how does STEM education fit into this with the Department of Education?
Awesome. So thank you, Tammy, for having me. And this is a fantastic program. It has touch points with many agencies. Department of Education is really pivotal across the value chain. So at the outset, you find that the Department of Education would be really giving the research for the Department of Agriculture and all the farmers into what are the soil conditions, what are the quality of the seeds, what are the different parameters that would really need to make a good quality hemp crop. And they would also be educating the farmers on good practices in sowing, nurturing the plant, cultivating, harvesting. So the entire life cycle for the crop, they would be really lockstep with the Department of Agriculture and working hand in glove with the farmers to really make this industry thrive. Then we move on. Once the crop is harvested, it will be going on into the processing plant. The processing plant is a complex series of machineries which would really take the tops off and then also create from the bottom we'll be able to decore it and extract the fiber. So this is a whole set of complex manufacturing processes, some of which whose machineries we could buy, but some of which we would have to manufacture, and we could really have to innovate. So the Department of Education with a lot of the technology schools could partner and really help in the process of innovation, of building these new machines and this manufacturing processes that could really help so that these manufacturing facilities, which could incidentally be hosted in Coalcraft, which could be hosted in some of these, correction facilities, which are lying vacant now, and they could be hosted there, and then this could be really a win-win across multiple sectors. Then once again, once the product is being manufactured, it would be really spawning off into hemp fiber, which would go into making some clothing line, fire-resistant material for the firefighters and so on. Some of the thicker material could go into construction material, which is completely biodegradable, which could be used for the companies like MTA, Port Authority of New York, New Jersey, and so on. All the while, you'll find the education department will be giving some significant input. And on the medicinal side, the oil, and all the other products that come out of it would be really helpful by the Department of Health, by a lot of these other products that would really help in the improvement of health. So you have a lot of these medical schools could really provide input. So we are partners. The Department of Education is completely lockstep. The SUNY system, the CUNY system, as well as the second chances. Where you have the correction facilities, would be learning new skills in order to get to the market. So that's why I think it's going to be really awesome.
Oh, these are really great parameters that you're setting for us and for all of New York State. I think that this is going to be phenomenal. Could you just talk a little bit more about the direction and how do you think there would be some neighborhood changes for the second chance applicants, and would there be MBE opportunities and development for them as well? Could they work with the Department of Education, and could they actually become minority businesses themselves and hopefully change their entire neighborhoods and become successful businessmen?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, in terms of the second chance, candidates. So these are candidates who have been, served some time. They have atoned for themselves, and now they're really wanting a good shot at life, right? So the education program is going to empower them with some critical skills that would really help them to get into the marketplace. So while it may take some time to really build those skill sets, but yet once they have them, they're ready. Now, these are very highly motivated individuals. These are people who really understand what the system is, what are the things to do, not to do, and with some more input from relating to entrepreneurship, they could be very loyal, very faithful, very committed entrepreneurs, very mission focused, and would be able to serve the citizens of New York, would be able to serve the state and the communities that they serve. As parents, as people who are responsible in nurturing a family and who really missed out a lot, they would really take it upon themselves to really do it with a really strong sense of passion, commitment, and mission. This is something that you can't trade for anything. So I think it is really a very positive thing.
I think that's absolutely fantastic. I like the way that you summed all of that up. That's absolutely amazing. You've hit on so many different topics. Do you think that we're going to run into a lot of difficulty with getting the New York State, I guess the people, the powers that be, on board so that this can be a forward-moving project?
So I'm optimistic. Any change is met with some resistance. This is just the nature of change, and deal with large programs. Throughout my career, I've helped the business world in order to really make successful program and outcomes. So for the state, this is a large program. But the beauty is that there is a lot of positive optimism at the governor level, at a lot of leadership level. They are on board, and anyone we talk to this about it, they realize that this is a wonderful program for the long haul. So that's the real positivity about it. Now we'll have to really work it in terms of talking to them, really educating, and then of course working even with the senators, with the politicians, and trying to put some more input in place so that we can get that whole program going.
Anthony, I want to thank you for being such a visionary and for bringing this forward and for working with everyone, and just thank you for your time and thank you for doing this and for meeting with these legislators and giving them an opportunity to come on board and do this amazing project.
Awesome. Thank you, Tammy, for your partnership. Couldn't have done it without you, and we have a long way to go.
Yes.
So it's wonderful that we are really partnering with the right people, and I really appreciate all the support we're getting. It's a long journey, so we have just made a humble start. And once again, thank you. Couldn't have done it without you. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.